So the question is, are these sequels worth your time? Stay tuned to find out. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Charles from the channel Books on Serial, and we are here to talk about the sequel to Have Into Hoax and the sequel to The Roommate as well. I already made a video talking about the first book in these like duology or series, if you want to call it that, so you want to check that out before watching this video. You are more than welcome to. You don't have to, because all the books in these series or duologies are standalones. But without further ado, let's cut the rambling and let's talk about the books. So up first we have To Love and to Loathe, and this is a sequel to Have Into Hoax as a historical romance. And in this book we follow a widower and our hero. Basically our hero asks the widower, hey, I received some very unsatisfactory news about my performance in bed. Hey, you kind of hate me, but can you give me some honest feedback on my sexual prowess? And that's the setup to their romance. Really kind of out there, really kind of zany, but how can you resist that premise? That premise is so incredibly good. And this one was a really good step up from the first book. I really did enjoy it. I gave this one a 3 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it for what it was. There are quite a few missteps here and there, but overall, this was a vast improvement over the first book. And it doesn't require you to kind of just suspend disbelief to really kind of get into the plot. So yeah, so this sequel is actually really good and is worth checking out. So next, let's talk about The Intimacy Experiment by Rosie Danan. And this is a sequel to The Roommate by Rosie Danan, which came out I believe like 1 or 2 years ago. And this one follows the hero's ex-girlfriend Naomi. So the setup for this novel is that Naomi gets offered to teach a seminar by a hot rabbi named Ethan, who was our hero, and it's their romance. And the whole series of like lectures that Naomi will be giving will be all about intimacy and dating in the modern world, and a little bit how that connects to religion. So for this one, I had quite a few different expectations about this book going into it. If you have read the first book, you know Naomi's kind of this badass bitch type character, and I thought her character would be very, very different in this book. I had a whole idea for how this book was going to go, and it just completely went the other way, but I was so happy that it went in the other direction, because it was absolutely brilliant what this author did with this book. And I don't necessarily want to say this is better than the first one. I kind of view them on the same playing field a little bit, if that makes any sense. I give them both 4 out of 5 stars, not 4 out of 4 stars, but 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoy both for very different reasons. Some of the critiques that I have for The Roommate definitely do apply to The Intimacy Experiment, but overall I felt this was a really great romance, and I definitely feel like that it contains a lot of educational things that doesn't quite hit you over the head, but kind of slips some like subtlety and some knowledge while you're reading this really kind of interesting romance. And yeah, I overall really like this one. So the question is, are these sequels better than the first books that they are the sequel to? That sounds really weird. I don't even know why I'm going with that angle, but let's cut to the chase. Yes, both of these sequels are really good. They are worth your time and they're worth your money, so I definitely suggest that you go and check them out. Specifically for To Love and to Loathe, if you didn't like the miscommunication into Have Into Hoax, that is not in the sequel. I know for a lot of readers that was really hard to suspend their disbelief that this huge conflict for a married couple that's been married for I think at least 4 years when we read the book. They couldn't just talk to each other and resolve it, and you had to go through all this drama when they could just talk to each other. So I think if you had issues with the miscommunication into Have Into Hoax, you will probably like To Love and to Loathe a little bit more, if not much more. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know down in the comment section down below if you have read these books and if you agree with my review on these books. And I'll catch you guys with a brand new video. Peace.